Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mary Maguire, Director of Public and Legislative Affairs at AAA Northeast. I'd like to welcome you to the latest in a series of AAA presentations designed to help our members stretch their dollars in these challenging times. To that end, I'd like to welcome Shaun McGee, Vice President of Financial Services at AAA Northeast, to discuss an option that many of you may not be aware of: refinancing your auto loan. Shaun manages and oversees the financial services business line, including the origination of all consumer loans, mortgages, student loans, and deposits. Welcome, Shaun. Thanks for being with us today.
Well, thank you, Mary. It's always good speaking with you, and it's a pleasure seeing you again.
Well, we always appreciate your expertise and good information. So let's get started with auto refinancing. I have to tell you, I did refinance my car loan several years ago at AAA, but I really didn't realize at the time or prior to doing it that it was even possible to refinance a car loan. So I think a lot of people are probably in the same boat as I was, Shaun. What would you like to make people aware of when it comes to a vehicle refi, and where do interest rates stand right now?
Well, I think it's exactly that, Mary, that refinancing of an automobile loan to a lot of people is a foreign concept. They understand that it can be done in the mortgage world, and that's a relatively frequent occurrence, and people have heard of refinancing your mortgage to take advantage of decrease in interest rates and the savings of money that are associated with that. But a lot of people are shocked to find out that they can refinance an automobile loan. So the most important thing is to know that it can be done, and that it can be done at any point in time. If you take out a new loan, there's no specific waiting period that you have to go through before you can refinance that loan. It can be done in the first week, the first month, the first year. If you've got 27 months left on your loan, we can refinance that and put it out for another 27 months. So you finish at the same time, but we just lower that interest rate, save you money, and you finish the loan at the same point in time. So it's really important that people do understand that that we can make it happen. About half of our loan volume these days is in refinances, so people are getting the word, and we've saved thousands, literally thousands of people money each and every month by refinancing their car loan. So as far as the rates go, rates are really a factor of somewhat of geography, and then also of the age of the vehicle. But generally speaking, rates are very, very low right now. They're not at the historic low levels that we have seen, but they are very, very low. They're very competitive. And our best rate in most of our territory right now is 2.99 for a late model used car for a refinance. So a very competitive rate, a very low rate, and a great opportunity to save some money.
I would certainly say so. And I think you sparked a lot of people's interest just now when you said that you saved thousands of people money every single month. And I also didn't realize you could do the refi at any time. So that's interesting. How much money generally can one save when one refinances their vehicle loan, and how important is that in these challenging times when all of us, I'd venture to say, are looking to cut some corners and do some budgeting?
Yeah, so we've seen a low of maybe $10 or $15 a month to, I can recall one situation, was a fellow with a pickup truck, and we actually saved him $175 a month on his car loan.
Wow.
So
that's impressive.
I think the biggest thing to talk about, a benefit of a refinance, the number one reason to do it is to save money. A quick story that I always like to tell when I'm talking about automobile refinances is a true life story, and it has to do with my own daughter. My son-in-law and my daughter bought a car, and I found out about it, and I said, well, what did you guys finance it at? So they told me, and I said, well, you know what? We're going to refinance that loan.
Good to have you as a dad, Shaun.
That's right. You never stop taking care of them. But as we're going through the process, my daughter actually looked at me and she said, but Dad, why are we bothering? It's only like $20 a month that we're saving. So I looked at her and I said, Meg, let me ask you a question. If you were walking down the street and you saw a $20 bill lying on the corner, would you bend over and pick it up? And then next month you're walking down the street and you see a $20 bill lying on the corner, would you bend over and pick it up? I think you would. And each month, and each and every month, you see that $20 bill lying on the corner for the next 60 months, you would bend over and pick it up. I know you. I know you would. But all that bending over is a whole lot more work than signing your name on this promissory note. So it's, and at the end of the day, that $20 a month over 60 months is $1,200. That's real money.
That's a vacation, or it's it's a new stove or a new refrigerator.
And as I said, it's a matter of we're firm believers in don't pay more than you have to. If you can save, especially in today's economy, if you can save a couple of bucks here or there, it's such an easy process, and now you know that it can be done. Just go ahead and do it. So when we talk about a refinance and how do you save money and what's the benefit of it? Again, the number one reason is to save money. And what we're going to try to do is reduce your interest rate. So you have a higher interest rate, we'll bring that down. Lowering the interest rate means that your payment goes down and you're paying less interest over the life of the loan. The other thing that's interesting that could happen, though, is that you could extend the loan terms. So if you, say, have 3 years left on your loan, we might be able to put it out in a 4-year loan. So you may end up paying a little bit more in interest over the life of the loan, but from a cash flow basis, your monthly payment is going to drop significantly. Or we could do a combination of all three. We could lower your interest rate and extend the term. And, so there's a whole bunch of different scenarios that are out there that are available.
And you can advise people as to what the best combination of those things would be for them, Shaun.
Absolutely. I mean, we run scenarios for people all day long. The most typical and common thing is if you have 27 months left on your loan, we'll rewrite a new loan for 27 months. So just lower the payment, get the savings, and you finish the loan at the exact same period of time that you normally would have. It's really kind of funny though, when people are out buying a car, in my mind, buying a car is really two different transactions that people should consider, and they never do. They consider buying the car, but you should also consider financing the vehicle. But people will focus, and on average, it takes a person about 3 months to buy a new car, because they'll look at the different manufacturers, the different makes, the different models, decide whether an SUV is the best thing for them or a crossover. Do we need 4-wheel drive? Do we not? Then you start looking at option packages. Then you start looking at colors and availability and all the rest of it. And then you go out and you start test driving. So you go from dealer to dealer to dealer to dealer to test drive. Then you read reviews and you go through all the reviews and talk to all your friends and family and find out what their likes and dislikes are. And it finally comes time to pull the trigger and buy the car. You go to the dealership, you buy it, but then you just take the financing that's offered to you. You have no concept of what else is available and better out there. But the good news here is that you're not stuck with it, because AAA can help you refinance that vehicle. We can do it at any point in time. And I just encourage everybody to call us. We'll run you through the scenarios and we'll figure out how much money we're going to save you.
So that's all great information. So we've talked about how the process of refinancing your vehicle loan works. Who is a good candidate generally for a vehicle refi, and who is not a good candidate?
I think I'm just thinking the person who's not a good candidate is the person that doesn't want to save money. Everybody else is okay.
Okay.
Everybody else is okay. The best thing to do, though, if you're not sure, is to give us a call and let us run through scenarios, and we can help you with that. And we do it all the time. And we'll figure out the best path for you, and then hold your hand as we walk you through the entire process.
Well, I think one of the interesting things about what you just explained about the different combinations that you can come up with for people who apply is the fact that you can lengthen the term if that makes it more feasible for people to be able to keep paying on that loan. So it's not just lowering the interest rate, it's extending the term, perhaps. And I think that at this time, when a lot of us are taking a hard look at our budgets and really deciding where we can save money, that's really a good alternative for a lot of people, to spread it out so that the payment becomes more reasonable. Do you find that's the case?
We find everything. Every case is different. Everybody's thought process is different. But you may even want to shorten the term, Mary. And
Yeah.
if you lower that rate enough, your payment's going to go down. But maybe we'll keep the payment the same, but just shorten the term. So there's so many different scenarios that we can run through here. But it's all a matter of saving money. If we shorten the term, you're still saving money because you're paying less interest over the life of the loan. If we extend the term, yeah, you may pay a little bit more in interest over the life, but again, from a cash flow basis and a monthly cash flow, your payment is going to go down significantly. And combine that with a reduction in rate in an extended term, you've kind of got the best of both worlds there.
So all good alternatives. And I love the fact that you work with people to figure out what the best scenario is for them and their financial situation. Okay, so let's say I've decided I'm going to go ahead and refinance, or I'm going to apply. What do I need to get together in terms of paperwork, or what do I need to send AAA? How does it work?
It's a very simple process. The only thing there's really three things that are going to be needed for the application to start. The first thing is the application. So we'll need the application. It can be, you just go to our website under the loans and banking tab. The application is there. Very, very short form. It takes people on average maybe 4 or 5 minutes to fill it out. As far as paperwork, Mary, the rest of it is really just getting a new insurance binder showing a new loss payee on there, because we're taking the old lender off and we're putting a new lender on. That's what a refinance really is. And simply stated, it's just replacing one lender with another one with better terms and conditions. So your insurance binder is going to have to get changed, and then we'll need a payoff letter from your current lien holder for what the payoff balance is, so we know how much to make the loan for. But again, we work with our members all the time in getting that done. Very, very simple, easy process.
Well, if you can fill out the application in 5 minutes, then certainly worth doing to save money. As you said, your daughter, would you leave the $20 lying on the pavement? No, you wouldn't. So, it behooves all of us to go ahead and fill out the application and get started. So I know that a lot of people, Shaun, are really reluctant to go into an office right now. And as I understand it, one of the beauties of this process of refinancing your auto loan is that you don't have to go into an office. You can do this all virtually?
Absolutely. And that was a new phenomenon in the age of COVID for us, but we developed a process where it can be all done from the comforts of home. You never have to get off your couch to make this happen. The process is really this. You go to the website and you fill out the application. And again, it's not like a mortgage application. It's a very short, very condensed, very easy to fill out application. We'll get you approved, and upon approval, we'll email you a closing package that you can electronically sign. Once you electronically sign it, you email it back to us. We'll cut a check to your old lender to pay off the loan. And now you have a new loan with the new terms and conditions, and you're off to the races. It just couldn't be easier. It really couldn't be easier. The biggest problem people have in getting the whole thing done is going and finding out you ask 25 people what the interest rate on the car loan is, 24 people won't be able to answer that question. But find out, just take a look at your paperwork on the car loan and see what the interest rate is, and then give us a call. I'm positive we could help you out in some way, shape, or form.
So it sounds terrific to me. You save money and you can do it all from the comfort of your couch or your desk or your home office, which is terrific.
Right, exactly.
So is there anything else before we move on to talking briefly about home refinancing? Is there anything else that's important for people to know about doing an auto refi? How long does the whole process take, Shaun? So when do I see that change in my monthly payment, for example?
That's another interesting point, Mary. The process itself is just a matter of days. I mean, we'll get you approved in a day and then get the paperwork off to you. And then, but when you start your new loan, you have a 30-day period. So it's possible in this process, you could actually even potentially skip a payment and save that much more money.
That's what happened with me. I skipped a payment, which my husband was thrilled about, by the way.
Yeah, and it doesn't always happen, but depending on, on timing and where in the process you are, it could be that way. But your new payment is certainly going to be at least 30 days away from the time that you close. But yeah, there is other things that I want to talk about as far as the refi goes, and maybe a little bit esoteric to think about it in this way, but we have ancillary products that are available that car dealers would normally offer members when they go in to buy a car. And it could be the gap protection, it could be an extended warranty, or it could be our newest product that we're offering our members now, which is the tire and wheel program. And tire and wheel is a bundled product which covers your tires and your wheels from road hazards. It repairs dents and dings in your vehicle, and it replaces lost key fobs. So it's a real neat bundled little package. AAA has these products and services available at an exceptionally low cost. I know we sell them less than anybody else does. So what I'd like members to think about, not only refinance your loan to save money, but it's possible that when you bought your car, you took an extended warranty or a gap policy or a tire and wheel policy and bundled it into the loan. We can do a refi. You can cancel those other policies and get the lower rate now that we offer on these things and put them into the new loan. Or if you're comfortable with your loan and you were thinking about buying a tire and wheel policy or an extended warranty, but you didn't pull the trigger on it, we can offer those to you outside of the loan package as well. So they can either be bundled in and refinanced all together in the loan, or they can be purchased separately at a significantly lower price than you would have paid elsewhere. So there's a lot of options here for saving money.
I'm so glad you told me about that, because it sounds like a terrific value added that you can just roll right into the new loan. I didn't even know about tire and wheel. And I work for AAA. I'm glad we're doing this interview, because it sounds like that's a great opportunity there for members.
Yeah, it really is. And it very, very, very competitively priced. And the tire and wheel replacement is unlimited over the life of the loan. The dent and ding repair is unlimited over the term of the policy. And the key fobs, you can keep on losing your keys up to $5,000 worth, and we'll keep on paying for it.
Wow. Yeah, I get quite a few calls from members about lost key fob replacements.
And they're expensive. They're expensive. On a
are.
lot of cars, you're looking at $500-$600 for a key fob. And on the typical average car on the road today for a 5-year plan doesn't cost that much.
Well, in terms of the dents and ding repair, I think I should have gotten tire and wheel before my teenager started driving. Would have definitely improved the cosmetic look of our cars. Anything else that you'd like people to know about besides that tire and wheel and those other value-added options?
The gap and the extended warranty. So I think, there's certainly a lot of avenues to save money. And I'm going to go back to the same old adage that we preach all the time. Don't pay more than you have to. Why? Why pay more than you have to? Why take money out of your pocket and give it to somebody when you don't have to? My daughter, $1,200. It's significant money. It's very significant money.
It adds up. Don't leave any money on the table that you don't have to leave on the table, right? I completely agree with you. So speaking of that, Shaun, before we let you go, I know that AAA Northeast has been very busy recently with home refinancing as well. So who's a good candidate for a home refi, Shaun, and how much money can the average homeowner save? I know that shortening the term of a mortgage or extending it, I suppose, could also be a good option.
Yeah, the same concept holds true in the mortgage world as it does in the automobile world. There's plenty of scenarios that we can go through. There's plenty of options available. Mortgage rates are low. They're almost at historically low levels. I mean, it's almost crazy to think about how low these interest rates are. A lot of people think that because the Fed fund rate is zero, that mortgage rates are zero. That's not true. But when you get into the mid 2s to the low 3s, it's almost giveaway money for a 30-year period of time. We're very, very busy in the mortgage refinance business right now. But again, you can take a 30-year loan and refinance it and go back into another 30-year loan, and just have the benefit of the monthly payment coming down. What happens in the mortgages, if you just think about it, an average mortgage may be, I don't know, $250,000, whatever the number is. The average car loan might be $20,000. So the monthly savings are going to be significantly higher on a mortgage just because of the size of the dollars than they are on an auto loan. I was speaking with our director of mortgages just this morning, and he gave me a number that kind of blew me away. He said year to date, so just so far this year, on the refinance business, we've saved our members almost $99,000 per month. Now, that's on a collective basis.
Wow.
But on the refinances that we've done, almost $99,000 has been saved. So that's $99,000 a month that these people would have been paying somebody that they don't have to.
That's a big number.
And where's that money? It's now back in their pocket. So we can drop your interest rate and take you back out to a 30. A lot of people may be somewhere in the amortization of their mortgage, and it might make more sense for them to drop now to a 15-year term. Even if the payment goes up a little bit, they may still want to go into the 15-year term to have the mortgage end that much earlier. So just like with the car loan, there's a bunch of different scenarios that all result in savings, whether it's in ultimate interest you're paying on the loan, whether it's in a monthly payment, whether you're refining from a 30 to a 30, whether you're refining from a 30 to a 15-year, there's all kinds of different options. And the best thing to do is call one of our mortgage consultants and explore the different options that are available. But with rates where they are right now, it's truly a beneficial time to be taking a look at it. And we can do this with either, purchasing a home. If you want to purchase a home, we can help you with that. But a refinance of a home, we have the equity products available, whether it's an equity loan or an equity line. And let's not forget our reverse mortgage product for the seniors. It's a prime time right now to talk to us to figure out your best course of action.
Yeah, the reverse mortgages are very interesting, and we had done an interview with Julia Braun on that, which is also running on our website on AAA.com. So it seems to me that the best thing to do, especially during this time when a lot of people are looking to see if they can save money on their car, on their home loan, if they can use the equity in their home to perhaps pay some other bills, it's a great time to call AAA. And to at least have a conversation, as you say, with one of your mortgage specialists to talk about what's possible, correct?
Mary, I can tell you, especially since COVID hit, we have spoken to literally thousands of members. And we didn't do a mortgage for each and every one of them, but we run them through scenarios and we give our sound and sage advice. And we get so many compliments from people just saying, you talked me off the cliff. Thank you so much. I understand it now. Now I get it. Now I see. And if we can help somebody, we'll always give advice. We'll always run different scenarios and see if there isn't something that we can do to save them money. And maybe the timing isn't right. And we're seeing that where we've talked to people months ago that are now coming back in to do a mortgage with us. But the single best thing to do is talk to one of our mortgage consultants. Let us run through the scenarios and just tell you what the options are and what's available for you.
Do you want to give us a phone number, Shaun, or is it better to go on AAA.com and click on that loans banking tab?
That would be the place to go.
Okay, so we will definitely provide that information. And Shaun, I have to tell you, it's been so interesting talking to you today. I think one of the great things about working with AAA is to the point you just made. You can always call us at AAA Northeast and you can talk to one of us about what the possibilities are. So just the fact of what you just referenced, that any member can call and get some great information from a mortgage specialist. You can find out more about what the possibilities are in terms of refinancing a car or home loan. And we will talk you off the ledge if that's necessary, but at least we'll arm you with some information that you can use to make your life better. Am I right about that?
Absolutely correct, Mary. And we love doing it. We love helping our members out.
Well, it's the human touch that we provide at AAA that I think is so important and so reassuring to people. So, Shaun, that will do it for us today. Thank you so much for sharing your tips and your expertise on refinancing your vehicle and your home. And many thanks to our audience today. We hope we provided you with information that will help you take advantage of these historically low interest rates that Shaun has talked about, and will also help you stretch your dollar and budget more effectively. For AAA Northeast, I'm Mary Maguire with Shaun McGee. Have a great day, everyone.